Hi, how are you? I'm Matt Maltese from London, England.
Now that you're starting this tour, you got bullied on social media to come back to Austin that you mentioned. So you'll be doing a tour date here. How do you cope with touring and, the long hours of being jet lagged and stuff? What are some ways that you kind of get yourself back to normal in a way?
It's hard because I guess you're never really in a normal state on tour. I find that it's often the most isolating experience of your life because you're kind of conserving energy throughout the day. So you're not really yourself around your band or your, around friends on the phone. You're a bit of a hermit. And then on stage, you're of course you, but you're you in a sort of public setting. And then let's say you meet fans afterwards for an hour and a half, and it's, again, there's so much. I feel a lot of responsibility to, give people a good time. And so, yeah, I find that the only times that you really take a breath and are yourself are almost like the hour in the hotel room at the end of the night, and maybe like on the off days.
And your songs, they're gripping, they're emotional. What's the response you've gotten from your fans on how it's affected them?
It's amazing. For some people, it's like a song that defines their relationship, or for some people, it's a song that saved them after a relationship, or, sometimes I find it really moving when it's like a parent and a child, and it's like a way for them to connect and both like the same song.
How is your mental health whenever you're composing these songs and writing? How have you seen your mental health kind of develop in these past 4 albums that you've had?
Well, it's hard to necessarily know what was growing up and what was musical growth. A lot of the time, I think that my sort of writing state has changed a lot from just being more comfortable in my own skin now than I was 6 years ago, like every person in their 20s goes through, I guess. I think it's a constant battle to find those emotions, to have a job where you have to dig and find those emotions, but not to necessarily shake the ship too much and get into a stuck feeling or a wallowing feeling, or feel, it's just like what every, I guess, maker of things has, is when you're in a creative lull, you think you're the most boring person on earth, and you have to remind yourself that you're not. You're just a human being who sometimes has things going on in their life, and sometimes just we all have those blank periods, where you're just existing and you're not necessarily in a state to think very deeply.
How do you get yourself out of that little lull that you said? Is there anything that you do specifically? I mean, you might think it's boring, but to us, maybe it'll help us as well.
Yeah, my feeling has always been the hardest thing that we all do is have faith that everything passes, and believing in that more and more. The problem is that every time you're in these lulls, you sort of think this is the one that's going to last forever. But I don't know. I guess I'm lucky that I have people around me. It's just people that save you at the end of the day. It's like I have people around me that are reassuring, beautiful people, and I don't know, they I guess help you through those lulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Maltese.